cry,
It's now started in 3,
but you
2,
didn't see me
1.
cry.
Welcome to the live set of Las Vegas. We have the amazing, the tantalizing, the grinding, the flying coach. Some would say up and comer of the year, running in the competition of up and coming MMA coach of the year. The Darren Branch.
Hello, internet. What it do?
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Hey,
sup, cuz?
what's up, man?
Dude, today was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far. And it's still early as fuck over here. It's only 2:13 in the PM as I speak.
Jeez.
Um,
Lucky you guys.
yeah. So lucky us for 3 hours to enjoy that you do not get.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning, went over to the PI and worked out with Bo Sandoval. He's a fucking genius. I did a workout that's really catered toward Jess, right? Me and Casey did it with her. We're just participating with her we're getting into shape, right?
Yeah.
It's always good to do extra stuff and get more work. But we're really there just for support and to give her a rabbit to chase or a metric of like, damn, I'm a fucking monster. Look at these little bitches. I'm killing them.
Yeah.
You know? So that's my main purpose there, is just to try hard and fail in front of my athlete so that she can see like, oh, dude, my friend Darren over there is fucked up right now. I'm a monster. I'm going to kill this bitch, you know?
Right.
So I blew it out today. I tried hard today and maybe hurt my foot a little bit.
Oh.
But only a little bit. I still went and did jiu-jitsu after that. So
Nice.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah.
And
it's like
I got to meet a person I've been wanting to meet since I got here.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Who's that?
Yeah.
No names.
Chad Lyman.
Who?
I'll name names. I'll name names.
Who is this man?
You know what I'm saying? I'll name names. I'll tell you where the bodies are buried, Anthony.
Oh.
There's no secrets out here. Today. And Chad Lyman is a jiu-jitsu coach who I actually got more familiar with because he's also a cop and a jiu-jitsu black belt. And so he talks a lot about like tactical shit and like street shit.
Yeah, stuff for
like. And he's not just talking.
Yeah.
You know, it's not theory. It's like he's been in some scraps in his life, you know?
Yeah.
He carries a hammer sometimes in his life, right?
Pepper spray.
It's a guy that I wanted to spend some time with and talk to. And we just light rolled today. And it was really fun. And he's excellent. He's a very good coach, very good teacher. And I'm happy that I get to be around that guy. It was a cool interaction. And I didn't know that he was a Muay Thai guy originally too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at one point. I don't want to say originally. Maybe I'm misspeaking. But he definitely taught progressive Muay Thai at a certain point. He mentioned that he was a Muay Thai guy for a while. And I was like, oh, shit. I was once a Muay Thai guy as well.
Yeah.
So we have that in common. And then I trained with his son. He was just a child.
Yeah, it's just like a boy.
But, you know, obviously we're the same size.
Yeah. So you guys you're same size. Yeah. Same height, but you know, different mass.
Yeah. And so and then after that I got to train with like a purple belt that I'm becoming acquainted with. He's a cool dude. And yeah, man, I'm liking it over at Extreme Couture.
Yeah.
I'm finding that I get good training there and I get to have some fun there. So that's cool. There's one other fucking thing. Oh, since we're naming names. Yesterday, while Jess was training with Gray for wrestling, Vinny Magalesh was like maybe 20 feet away from me working with some heavyweights.
Yeah.
And I was like peeping it a little bit, but I was staying focused on what we were doing because I have to learn everything that Gray teaches to Jess so that I can mimic it, so that I can also feel the differences between the two different people's pressure, where like I want to make sure that Jess is getting the most out of it, you know? So I'm learning that stuff and practicing that stuff that she learned from Gray.
Yeah.
Right? So this other brother that we've brought into our team, right? He's going to be cornering Jess alongside of me.
Yeah.
His name's Eric. Eric was like, "Oh, Darren, come here. I want to work on this deep half guard thing." And he really wanted Vinny to show him, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't want to use somebody else who maybe didn't know jujitsu. He just wanted to be like, "Come here, like there's a fucking black belt over there. Like get over here."
Yeah.
And so Vinny Magalhaes showed me how he stops the deep half guard. He showed me like the different phases. And what was cool about it was that everything he does to stop the deep half guard, I do already.
Yeah.
Which made me feel good. But then he's like, yeah, but if you do this and you put your elbow here instead of here, the guy has this sweep available. And the sweep that he showed is very simple, and I did not know it.
Oh, really?
It's something that I think I've probably done before because it's very wrestlerish.
Yeah.
But it's basically just coming to the knees on a double leg.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess that is a sweep. Why don't I ever do that to people when I'm in that beat? Like, I chill and try and do a cooler move.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't fucking work. And what he did, when he was like, yeah, I'm worried about this. Nogueira used to do this. And I was like, yeah, why don't I do that? That's a fucking great move. So he wasn't purposely teaching me, but I got to learn a little bit from Vinny Magalhaes, which was neat. Because in terms of like you can say this guy, that guy, best at grappling, or this guy's the best at submission grappling, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vinny has done enough to put himself in that conversation.
Yeah, leg locks don't work on him. Yeah.
He's done enough to put himself in that conversation. So I was pleased to learn a bit from him that day, and I'll lean back to my left for you. And I look forward to learning more shit from that guy.
That's always good.
I'm gonna ask that motherfucker some questions.
Get
one
some
day.
knowledge from him. Me and you were both injured.
Say again?
Me and you were both injured.
What do you mean injured?
Oh, you have pains, I have pains.
So?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to relate here, but it's okay. All right, so
I don't think of myself as injured right now.
You don't think of yourself as injured?
No.
I think of myself as handicapped.
When I'm injured is when I feel very limited in what I can and cannot do. Like, if I put too much pressure down on my foot for too long, I'm going to have to chill for a second or modify everything about what I'm doing. And if I'm not in charge of modifying what I'm doing, I'm going to have to chill for a second. So if I'm doing jujitsu and my foot starts bothering me, I don't have to stop doing jujitsu. I have to stop doing shit with that foot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if we're doing an exercise that relies on me putting equal weight on each foot and my foot's bothering me, there's going to be a compromise or a chill. Right? And so, yeah. But I don't consider myself injured. Like, I wouldn't train multiple times a day if I was injured.
Right. It'd be more of like discomfort or annoyances.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got an annoying thing that I could be doing more about. And Jess called me out on it today when we were stretching after class, after the workout with Bo. She was like, yeah. And he's got this foot issue that he doesn't fucking do anything about.
Just
I'm like,
hey.
all right, respect.
Just say, hey.
Respect. I'm going to have to take care of that.
Yeah,
like, and if I'm going to look it up today.
Yeah.
And if I just put on do some stretches and like, what's a little bit more time working on my body? Like, that's what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
I'm here to help my friend and get better.
Yeah.
And getting better isn't just getting better at fighting or getting better at teaching and gathering information. It's also getting a healthier and stronger body. And if I had my right foot at full go, it would give me so much confidence in terms of competition that it's worth doing. And it's just improving my longevity. So I pledge to look up those stretches and those movements to help me rehab my foot.
Foot stretches?
I'm not saying there are stretches. I'm saying
exercises, movements. They're small bits of medicine that you need to take. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, what's going on in the world, Anthony?
The world. Well, I believe there are fights.
Today.
There's fights in Philly.
Who's in that UFC?
Oh, I thought you just wanted to know about the fights in Philly.
What's the headline? What are you talking about? Fights in Philly?
Yeah, the fights in Philly. We can pick up random people and watch them fight, or we can just talk about Edson Barboza versus Justin Gaethje. We got David Burns. We got
No, that's in Philly? That card's in Philly.
That card's in Philly.
Okay. Right. So we're talking about the same thing. Why are you confusing me?
I'm like, we can talk.
There are fights in Philly.
There are fights. There are fights in Philly. We can go see. There's some like crazy people out there fighting. I'm sure they got like an app for that where you can like check out fights like going on nationwide.
What Okay, what time do those fights begin?
They start. Let's see.
They're just on Shoot ESPN, right?
7. Yep, they're just on regular or UFC on ESPN2. Yes, early prelims, ESPN Plus prelims. Yeah, ESPN. Yeah, so they start at 7. They start in like.
They start at 7 on ESPN Plus.
Yes. So is that for you? Like.
And then when does it air on ESPN?
Oh, I'm sorry. So, ESPN. Hold on, is this right? Am I looking in the right time zone? So, all right. So they already started.
Just look at what time zone.
I guess I am. So early prelims already started at 3:30. So prelim card started at 5, which starts now, and then main card starts at 7.
Okay, so the main card's going to be on ESPN at 7 Eastern, and the main event is Barbosa versus Gaethje.
Yeah, doesn't seem.
That's all the information. Okay, good. I'm so terrified of Gaethje getting kicked in the head.
Why?
And having that happen more than once.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen at all.
Yeah.
Like, I want Justin Gaethje to win because I like Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
But I'm so terrified by his style. Like, his style is as exciting for his fans as it is terrifying for his fans to watch. Because he takes so many fucking shots, man. And that worries me as a person who has a brain inside their head and has had it rattled once or twice.
Yeah.
Literally once or twice. I'm like, man, like, this motherfucker will take a shin to the dome and go forward. Like, there aren't people. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
It's not in the interest of your brain that you do that. And he's acknowledged that he's aware. Like, yes, like, correct. Like, I should not do that. But he feels like the juice is worth the squeeze. You know? And I'm really not in a position to argue with this motherfucker. I have to just be a fan. I can't watch it and act like I'm his dad. I just gotta clap and awe and wow and scream. That's it. Like, I can't be moral while watching him fight. Otherwise, I'd have to turn it off.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know.
I mean, you could do the best that you could do.
Start a fund for his medical condition.
I mean, you could just like be like, hey, you can always voice your opinion. Be like, hey, this is just my opinion. You can tell me to go fuck myself, but here you go. It's like, well, I did my best. I guess I can watch him now. Like I tried.
Well, my opinion is that he should fight however the fuck he wants to fight, and that I enjoy the way that he has fought so far.
Right.
It's just a very concerning style. Like, if he were my actual friend, I think we'd have a different discussion.
Yeah.
We're not friends. I don't know him. He's just a person that I get to watch from afar. And he's made a choice that he does seem to be completely aware of. And, you know, it's like if an adult wants to do fucking heroin and he knows what heroin is,
yeah.
Who the fuck am I to be like, hey, bro, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I can just be like, I don't think you should. And then if he's like, here's my art that I did while I was on heroin. And if I love it, I got to be like,
it's good.
I do like that.
I do like it.
Can I hang that up in my house? Here's some money. Like, I'm never going to tell him, go do this heroin. But I'll be aware that I'm a part of it. And that's how I feel with Gaethje. I'm like a part of it. Like, I'm like, oh, man, here's my ticket.
I wonder if we could have like a little time machine and just have him like talk to like Mark Hunt in like 5 years and see what Mark Hunt would think. Like, not to be rude to Mark Hunt, but like just to be fair.
Be like, listen to me, you silly cunt.
Yeah, like he's the person who might have one of the best like opinions on it, because like he recently.
God gave you 2 hands. Put them the fuck up.
I don't know if he'll be saying that in like 5 years though. I don't know. He might not care, but it just seems like somebody who's like really going through mental issues that's still like relatively functioning.
I didn't know that he had mental issues.
Huh? I believe he was like saying that he was like having like pains in his head and some like he was having some like memory losses already. Not like mental. Huh?
It never would have happened if the UFC and all these organizations didn't allow these fucking juice heads to punch me, right?
I'm sure you could say that, but I mean,
is that what he says?
I don't know if that's what he says. It's been like a while. He said that like a while ago, like right during like that whole lawsuit with them when he was still working for them.
Now, is he just solo dolo style now, or is he gonna fight more?
I don't know. I think he's retired. I don't know if he did or not.
That's fantastic. I want that to be true. Oh, speaking of fucking kickboxing legends, I fucked up hard.
What happened?
I didn't go to practice. There's an MMA practice,
Mhm.
and like I can go to any class that I want to if I can get there, you know.
Yeah.
And Peter Aerts taught class. Do you know who that is?
It seems very familiar. I don't. What is that?
You're a K1 kickboxer, a heavyweight. Like those K1 fucking tournaments, I watched him fight many, many times. Me and Big J
Yeah.
have sat and watched so much of that dude kicking people in the fucking leg,
Jesus.
punching dudes in the mouth. Legend, a fucking straight legend.
The Dutch
And I missed-
lumberjack. Jeez.
I missed him, but he taught a class, and it would have been nice to learn some of his techniques and like some of his psychology behind why he does what he does. Like, what is he seeing that makes him make the choices he makes? Like, that's what makes me so curious about striking. That's what I want to learn. Like, and all that you learn, like at first when you suck, like I still suck, you know, and it's like they'll be like, okay, like turn, jab, cross, throw your hook, lift your elbow, like turn it over more, like, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Why am I doing this? If you tell me why, I will execute better. I'm not a, whatever. It sounds terrible. I'm not a regular person. Like, like you can't just tell me to do stuff. But if you tell me why I'm doing it, I will fucking go to the wall for you. Like I need to know why though. Like you have to tell me why all the time.
Yeah.
And I'll be a good soldier if you tell me why.
Yeah.
You don't tell me why, I just lose interest, man. I don't care if you don't tell me why.
No, that makes sense. That's pretty much how it is always. We have to give you an explanation. Otherwise, that carrot dangles. That's the next option. It's like,
Yeah, man.
Just gotta do this for this. Otherwise, if I can't give you a good reason, like, all right, watch this. Look, see this thing in front of you? Go get it, Darren. Go get it.
And then I'll go get it.
And then he'll go get it, and then I don't have to explain to him.
Gotta tell me why. Otherwise, I'm like,
Exactly.
get out of here.
Exactly.
Fuck out of here.
Do you want me to go through the card list or no?
No, I just wanted to talk about Justin Gaethje. And is there something else spectacular there?
I don't believe so, but let me double check.
If you think there's something noteworthy, then we can discuss it. What I want to discuss,
Oh, the hottie,
one fighting.
the karate hottie,
Oh, who's she fighting?
Carolina.
Oh, Carolina.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna pick. I want Carolina to win.
Oh.
So that's where I'm going. Is the karate hottie the favorite?
Let's see what it says. They don't. The UFC site doesn't have the odds.
Showing footage of Michelle Waterson looking adorable and kicking shit off people's heads, and they keep showing footage of Carolina getting knocked the fuck out.
Did they really show that?
I feel like that's all I've seen. I've seen lots of clips of Carolina going the fuck to sleep, and I've seen lots of times of Karate Hottie going at the open workout being like, "Ka-cha!"
Ka-cha,
like
hitting the. That's so funny, actually.
kicking bottles off her husband and one of her homeboys' heads. So like, I think they're trying to send the message that Michelle is gonna do this. I would like that not to happen.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's that's more of a marketing thing right there because of all the stuff that she's like. I think she's doing like a documentary or something important for like MMA mom MMA fighters, whatever it is.
That's neat.
So I think that's, but I'm saying like that's the reason why they want to like capitalize on it.
She loses tonight because I like Carolina.
I know, I get it. I'm just saying it's just like they're just trying to make like this giant wave of money because they're like, we want her to capitalize.
Wave.
Yeah, the wave. It's like that cash. They're like, Connor's gone, but we're trying to spread out the love now. We realized
Connor's gone. You know how many people are gone and are sparring? How many people are gone and will go spar with strangers?
There's a picture of him boxing.
Gone.
There's a picture of him boxing next to a Spanish woman with a nice butt on Instagram. So it's still happening.
I don't buy this retirement shit.
I do buy that. Well, guess what? He's free. Guess what? He has no problems in New York. He can go back to New York anytime, or he's officially served his time there. He's met all the requirements, so he's officially done. And luckily, they didn't get him in trouble for basically like violating his parole before it got sent, or people actually violating his parole. Period, just violating his parole
How did he violate it?
by just that assault with the guy with the phone.
Oh, was he on? He wasn't on parole. He was on what, probation?
Probation is what I meant to say. Probation. Yeah, he's not on parole.
Parole. You have to already be incarcerated for,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
He was just on paper. He just had a little bit of paper.
He had some. He was serving his obligations. He was just doing his obligations. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. And something. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Like, don't take pictures of people when they tell you not to.
Yeah. Or
Like, what would happen if someone did that to you, Anthony?
nothing, because I don't have any I don't know, like they'd have to be in my house for them to make me like tell them to stop. Like I have no problem.
Imagine you are on your way for a trip for work.
Yeah.
Right. And you've got to get to the flight. Not even that. You just want to get to the flight.
Mm-hmm.
You wish to go there now, and you don't wish to talk to anybody.
Right.
Okay? If somebody was like, "Oh yeah, you're Anthony Merville. I need a picture of you right now," and you're like, "Wait, no, I have to go here now," and you're like, "No," and you take the picture. Is there any chance that that person gets slapped?
No, because I don't even care. Like it's like because that's a weird thing. Because it's like I'm going somewhere and they need to take a picture of me. It's not like they're stopping me from going wherever I'm going. That's the thing. So I'm walking away from them. They have to run after me. It's not happening. Like,
I agree with you. What you're saying is correct.
Like with Connor, he was like stuck in an area. He couldn't just move. He like it's not like he could. Plus, it'd be very weird if he took a video of Connor just running away like all weird in the middle of the night. That would be even worse. So, I think that's the best course of action right there. Sorry, you can't get your kids' photos back on your iCloud. Oh well, next time back them all up.
I had my kids' photos on there. Like whatever, motherfucker.
Memories like
are
never
your
get
kids
back.
dead? Are your kids dead?
They were.
If your kids are dead,
Darren, wait, hold on.
dead, we have something to talk about, maybe.
Let's play this out. Let's play this out. I'm the guy. You're you, or you're. That was my kids were on that phone. My kids, they're baby pictures.
Your kids are not on that phone. Your kids are with your baby mama right now. We're at the club. Go fuck yourself. If you care so much about your kids, how come you're out right now?
What? Daddy can't have fun too?
Shut the fuck up. I gotta get in my whip and get my dick sucked. I'm done with you. I'm out of here.
Exactly.
That's how it would have gone.
Yeah.
If he had rolled by me, I'd be like, bitch, my kids are on that phone. Those aren't your kids. Those are pictures of them.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
Are your kids alive? That means you can take some more pictures. Your kids are dead? Well, you should have saved those pictures in the iCloud.
Yeah.
Are you fucking carrying on dead pictures of your children for? Like,
Or better yet, your wife probably has them. Your wife probably has some pictures too. So relax. Or your baby mama, whatever.
kids, don't worry.
Yeah, somebody. It's on Instagram. It's on Twitter. You'll get them. Don't worry about it, dude.
Over here tripping.
Yeah, but
People say shit like that so that it sounds sentimental, so they can get like a little bit more cash.
yeah.
It's like, oh, this mental anguish.
What would
He
you
hurt my feelings.
What would you do?
It wasn't so much the phone. It's the feeling.
What would you do?
I'd slap that motherfucker.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you really? I think you would just like.
I would have pulled down my pants. That was the first thing I would have done. As soon as he started taking pictures, I'd be like, hey, man, no pictures. He'd be like, oh, man, I take down my pants. Like, down go the pants. No pants then. And then I would have turned around, open up my cheeks. That would have been the picture you got. Then I would have pulled my pants back up, walked over to him, kicked him for shooting the dick, and slapped him in the face. Took his phone, took more pictures of my dick, and given it to him.
I think that's a lot of work, and you definitely missed your flight.
Yeah, I'm lying. I would have done any of that.
I said that's a good story.
I'm relaxed, honestly. I would have just gotten. It depends on what day, right?
I mean, I can't
One of
imagine.
those days where I feel fucking angry and I hate everyone and I really hate me, and you start taking pictures of me, I might fucking slap you for real. But that's a rare day. That's like 1 in 100.
Yeah.
You have a 1 in 100 chance of getting slapped.
So anybody in the Las Vegas area, every day for 100 days, take pictures of Darren and see what happens. One of those days, you'll have a great story to tell.
100 chance. Like, yeah, like I'm fucking passive and chill. Like, I don't even go out. Like, but sometimes I'm just wound tighter than I need to be. And if you do something that I think is super, super offensive, I might snap on your face.
Yeah,
For a second.
Yeah, that
And then
makes
I'll
sense.
feel bad about it. I'll be like, oh, why did I do that? I need to work on me. But the reality is, there's only 1 out of 100 times. Like, you were so unlucky. Like, it's
Maybe not. Maybe if it's like get the same guy to do it to you like 5 times, maybe like it just increments rapidly. It's exponential. It's like you get there very
it just
quick.
gets worse and worse.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse. Hey, Darren, let me get a picture of you. It's like, why?
Fuck, I tell you, nigga.
Day
The fuck,
3.
dude? Like,
Yes. Yeah, no.
You gotta leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice boy. Leave me alone.
It's okay. It happens. It happens to all of us. We all have our bad days. But yeah. So
Yeah.
that's his life.
Dude, 1FC is fire.
Oh yeah?
Dude,
It's on
look
T-
at the fucking card.
It's on
On
TNT.
today's card, I think it starts at 3:30. Now that might be Eastern, so it might already be going down.
Let's see.
You have
TNT.
Shinya Aoki, Angela Lee, Bibano Fernandez,
Ooh.
Eddie Alvarez, Demetrius Johnson. 1 card. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That is a monstrous card. Monstrous.
Let's see. That's tomorrow. Hold on, let me see.
Shinya,
Yeah, that might be tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Good.
3:30.
Shinya versus somebody. That's for a belt. Angela Lee is defending her belt. Bibano Fernandez is defending his belt. And you still have Demetrius motherfucking Johnson and Eddie motherfucking Alvarez on the card.
Wait, hold on. That might not be right. Let me see this. This might be
It
soon.
is right.
No, I mean, no. I
It
get
is.
that. No, I get that. I'm just trying to see when this is gonna happen. I think, yeah, I see.
Sunday.
No, it's not. I think that's Japanese time. I think it's gonna be like at midnight.
Fair enough.
Let me see. Can you give me some information? Give me some information. Give me some information. Info is all I want to know. I just want to know the time. I don't care about the matchup. I don't care. Just give me a time. 1FC. Huh?
Because it's not like they're responsible for helping people watch this. They have the fucking internet. That's how they're watching this.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, man, you'd be surprised.
I'm just saying that card is
I'm just
fire as
saying.
fuck.
You're still on your phone, so therefore people don't know how to use technology. 'Cause you see, you'd be on your laptop.
You son of a bitch. Look, I didn't attempt to move my laptop just because I didn't want to deal with the power.
Right. That's fair. I just thought it was funny to bring that up. Yeah.
What?
But let's see.
Suck, Anthony.
How dare you? Other than that, what else is going on? I know you guys are in the fight camp mode. What'd you say?
Yes, we are in the beginning stages of that. It's exciting times for us.
Yeah. You guys are like getting ready to get into it. Scrap it down.
Yeah.
And has everything been officially announced? Well, we were I think we were talking
Yeah,
about
things
this
were
stuff.
officially announced by the UFC.
Yeah. Chicago,
It's on their Instagram. That makes it real.
June 8th.
They also said that Marlon Moraes and Henry Cejudo
Mm-hmm.
also going to be on that card fighting for the 35 belt.
Yeah.
Which I'm just going to be frank right now and say I'm not a huge fucking fan of.
Well, yeah.
Just because I think they tend to make the male fights main events and the female fights co-main events.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe that Henry Cejudo versus Marlon Moraes is a bigger fight than this fight.
Just wait. So you're saying that it's not the co-main event, or it is the co-main event?
What I'm saying is the UFC tends to make, when there's 2 title fights, one
Right.
featuring men and one featuring women, they'll put the fucking men on last.
Yeah, that's true.
I fucking don't want that to happen. Like, I don't want them to fuck up Jessica's party. Like, this is a party for her. Like, I really think this is a wonderful moment for her. And I think she should be the fucking last person in that cage. Like that's the show. She's the fucking show. And it's going to be Marlon or Henry in that fucking spotlight at the end of the night, most likely.
Right.
That's how they do things. And I think that fucking sucks. Where if they had another fight that was marquee but wasn't for a belt.
That would be better.
And there's no champion in that fight. There's no 35-pound champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry is a champion.
Yeah.
Respect. And he did knock out the 35-pound belt holder. Like, it's not that I don't see that.
Yeah.
But you're fighting for a vacant title.
Yeah, it's not like
That title doesn't even exist right now. You can't make that the fucking headline, and I think that they will. I think they will.
They did.
And I'm not one of those people that's like, sexism, meh. Like, I think it does come down to some degree to the fact that who's going to draw more, who's going to draw. But I would think that Jess is a big draw in the Midwest. And then if you asked 100 people who were wearing UFC T-shirts who Marlon Moraes was, 15 of them would say they knew.
Yeah.
How about that?
I agree.
So
they did make it the main event.
So I'm not trying to throw shade. I just think that's a bad call. And I wish it was something else. Yeah. I wish it was another just high profile fight. Like
let me go back and look at the card.
Let's make something up. Let's say it was Masvidal versus Askren.
Yes.
Right? I would like that to be the co-main and for Jess and Shevchenko to be the main. Like, I would like something like that. But the second you throw dicks and belts together, they're going to put it at the fucking end of the night. And I think that sucks.
No, that definitely is.
Shout out to Vince McMahon for not doing that, for putting the women on last for WrestleMania. Shout out to that shit.
Hey.
Anyway.
Yeah, speaking of interesting.
That's what I'm sad about that.
No, it's okay. I mean, they did do it though.
Yeah, what? Hit me.
They did do it though. They did make her co-main.
Of course they did it because they're cunts. Like, of course they did it.
Yeah.
Of course. Fine. The shovel, dude.
The shovel.
Fine. Even in the cool moment, you don't want to pave the road out. You're gonna hand us the shovel. Cool, great. Thanks for the shovel. It's a nice shovel. I'm gonna build this road. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you with the shovel. It's fine. I accept it.
Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about. I'm sorry. I got lost in your train of thought. So it looks like, speaking of, you talking about Masvidal, like everything worked out for him, and everything worked out for who else got a matchup because in that division. The only person that didn't work out for was Anthony Pettis. Like nobody's calling his number at all. Everybody's like, see ya. They're not saying.
All these motherfuckers fight and let him get the winner of one of them.
Maybe, but I still think you should everybody else they fought like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and they get themselves like fights. Like Masvidal got somebody that I didn't think he was gonna get, Ben Askren, but they're like, Ben, we're trying to get rid of Ben. We gotta send him that guy, and then.
So here's what I think. It's Masvidal, Askren, and Woodley Lawler.
Yep. And Anthony Pettis is out in the ring.
And that leaves Anthony Pettis in the cold.
Yeah.
But I don't see it as him being in the fucking cold. I see it as 4 dogs are gonna fight it out. You're not a real 70-pounder, nigga. Like you just got here.
Yeah.
So let these dudes beat the fuck out of each other one more time, and then whoever is not gonna fight for the belts, you fight that winner. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that puts you in a sweet spot because then that person who won. All right. So let's make up outcomes so that it's easier to talk about. So let's say Robbie Lawler knocks out Tyron in the first fucking round.
Yeah.
If Robbie knocks out Tyron in the first round, it will be Robbie versus Kamaru for the belt.
After Colby Covington.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll be Robbie versus Kamaru for the belt. So then let's say Masvidal beats up Askren.
Yeah.
If you're fucking Pettis, you're sitting pretty for that Masvidal fight.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you beat Masvidal, you might fight for the belt next. That's a nice route to the belt at a weight class higher than you've ever fought at.
Yeah, you just have to hope your teammate loses so you don't have to fight him.
But I'm saying that's not a tragic path to the belt.
Right,
it's
right,
not
right.
like
No, it's
getting
not
fucked over here.
Yeah, you're not getting fucked over.
If they ask you to fight somebody in the interim, right? If you're still gonna fight in the same, you're all fighting weeks apart, I think now you're getting fucked up.
Well, I guess there's nobody else that I can think of in that division that's like, ooh.
I would chill until both of those fights have taken place and challenge one set of the winners.
Yeah, like who would be? Oh.
And by the way, I'm taking Askren in that Masvidal fight. Fuck everybody.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Similar way too.
You think he's gonna get some? Like,
clock,
yeah.
single, dump, hammer fist, hammer fist.
I don't know.
He's gonna win. He's gonna win again, and everyone's gonna be so mad. Everybody's
I
so
don't know.
mad except for me. I'm gonna be so happy.
I don't know why.
Fuck you guys.
I feel like something weird's gonna happen. I feel like Masvidal's just gonna just box him up. Just box him up. Just say, hey, what's up?
He's gonna box him up, and then he's gonna fall down and get held down.
I don't think.
He's
See,
gonna hit
I
him.
don't think so. I think he's gonna be like, I'm cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think that he's like that cool Cuban, that Cubano. I'm telling you, he hanging out with Yoel Romero. They'll figure it out.
No.
They'll figure it out.
He will not figure it out. Yoel's like, oh, I just grabbed a peak. I woo.
I woo.
I grabbed the ankle. He had peak woo.
Little brother.
So you know, you can see these straps. They go to my above my ears to my temples.
Little
So
brother.
there's some things that, look, when you're built like a fucking Ninja Turtle, there's some shit you can do
Right.
that Masvidal's not going to be able to do. So I don't think Yoel can help him too much.
Oh, I got this one.
I think he's going to get fucking taken down and beaten the fuck out of, for real.
Yeah. Like maybe in like the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like
In the first round, too.
I don't think it's gonna happen first round. I think
He'll hit him a couple of times, and then he's going to get fucking taken down. Like, dude, nobody's magic.
yeah.
Ben's going to grab your leg.
So, but that means you're saying that Ben's magic then?
I'm not saying he's magic. I'm saying it's harder to knock people out than it is to take them down.
Right.
That's
That is a fact.
So I'm not saying anything about him being magic. In order not to get taken down, nigga, you have to be magic. like
It's
to knock someone out without being taken down is difficult. It's difficult.
yeah.
It's been done, obviously. It is difficult. So I see Ben Askren beating him. And I don't know what happens in the Woodley Lawler fight, the rematch between those two guys. I don't know what happens in that fight.
Just have to just have to wait because you don't know what Tyron's feeling. Like
I like the idea, not but I tend to side with the idea that Tyron is in that similar spot that Rogan accused Brendan Schaub of being in years ago, where he was like, yeah, you're kind of half in, half out here.
yeah.
Now, he doesn't have the same lack of physicality, right? Like, there's a degree of, like, upside that wasn't available to Brendan that I do still believe is available to Tyron.
Yeah.
Tyron could be champion of the world again. But
Yeah.
Brendan, I don't think, was ever going to be champion of the world unless some super mystical shit happened. I see Forrest Griffin damn near every day now.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget that he had that belt for a second. Isn't that neat?
That is.
Like, Forrest was champion of the world.
He was.
That's so cool. And, like, but everybody ain't going to pull a Forrest.
No.
You know? And that's what he would have to do. He'd be pulling a Forrest Griffin. Like,
Yeah.
and by he, I just want to make sure I'm still being clear.
Brandon.
Like, I'm sorry?
You talking about Brandon would have to pull like a mystical thing. That's what you're saying.
Brendan would have had to pull off some fucking Forrest Griffin shit. And that's not where Tyron is. Tyron has a set of skills and an amount of athletic ability that puts him in that conversation no matter what.
Yeah.
But he did look listless at moments in that fight. Like, he looked like he wasn't truly present. Like, he wasn't fighting for his world title. And Marty showed up to get that belt.
Marty was here. He said, "Dog, I'm from Africa. Like this is gonna be special."
He's like, Nigeria.
Nigeria all day. You don't even know where you're from. You think you're from Missouri.
Or wherever you're from, like, you know,
yeah.
wherever you were raised.
Wherever your people come from.
Parents from Nigeria, dog.
Your people. I mean,
You from Nebraska, wherever the fuck they settled.
So,
I know he was born there, right?
Can he be a president? That's all I gotta tell you. Could he be president? Is he eligible to be president?
I don't care about the white man's rules.
The white man's rules. All of a sudden, you heard it
I'm
here
kidding.
first, guys. Clip it. No, you guys, you should have played it off and let it go, guys. Clip it. See, look.
I'm militant now.
See, look. The
I'm gonna
fist.
change.
The fist.
Fighting with my brother.
The fist on his shirt is just colored incorrectly on the video camera. It's supposed to be black. I promise you.
No, for shoot though. Like, was he born in Nigeria?
Yeah, he was.
But he moved here when he was what age?
Like young, like not single digits.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you were raised and educated in America. You're an American of Nigerian descent. But choose the narrative that suits you. Like, choose the narrative that's going to make you money. If the Nigerian nightmare is going to make money and Marty from Nebraska wouldn't be rocking those fancy-ass glasses.
Yeah.
Marty from Nebraska wasn't wearing fancy shit.
No.
Marty from Nigeria has the belt and some sweet glasses.
Yeah.
So do what the fuck you got to do to feed your family to, like, and I mean, like, your family, like, that doesn't even exist yet.
Yeah.
Do what the fuck you got to do. Like,
what'd you think about that
but
episode of him?
I think it's convenient to be like, I'm Nigerian. It's like, you're kind of Nigerian.
Yeah. I didn't really like him that much in the Joe Rogan podcast.
What do you mean like him that much?
Like, I just didn't enjoy him speaking in that moment. I just didn't enjoy him. Like, the way it came off. And I've watched it a couple times. I just didn't enjoy it.
So, like, podcast, I thought he came across as pretty honest, man.
I felt
like,
the opposite way. I felt
what
like
I asked for.
it was an act. It was weird. It's like, oh,
You think it was an
yeah, it was weird because it's like just the way it was brought up. Like, oh, I didn't realize Joe had this popularity, and I didn't realize what a podcast was. And then I'm gonna tell this weird story about my dad, like getting arrested and all this stuff. And it was just a weird.
No. See, look, black people don't fucking listen to podcasts, Anthony.
I understand that. I get it.
Let's get it real. Let's keep it real. Like that's why the black podcasts
Yeah.
that are for black people are popping so hard because, like, black people will listen to anything and watch anything if you make it for them.
Yeah.
Look at Tyler Perry.
Oh God.
Tyler Perry has made millions upon millions of dollars showing black people dumb nigger shit on fucking screens.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Medea, are you fucking kidding me? Like, Medea, that's a valuable fucking character in our culture. And I mean valuable.
Like money-wise.
That's a franchise.
Yeah.
That's a house for your grandkids. Medea. So black people will fucking watch anything. Like, so that's why I have difficulty with black entertainment, you know? I'm like, yeah, like, but then there's some things that are kind of fun and kind of geared toward black people, but more toward an aspect of culture. Like, if it's hip hop, it's not necessarily black, but it certainly steers black, right?
Yeah, like Boondocks, Black Dynamite.
I'm thinking podcast right now, so I'm thinking the Brilliant Idiots podcast, which is Charlemagne the God's podcast. I'm thinking about Joe Budden's podcast.
Yeah.
Right. These are podcasts where like dudes at Clout are talking to black people.
Yeah.
For the most part. They're talking to other people too, but they're mostly talking to black people. But black people don't listen to podcasts. So for him to say, like, oh, I didn't really realize you had this reach, like, it's not like he's saying I didn't realize you were famous, Joe.
Right.
But, like, I don't think most people realize how much fucking reach Rogan has right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the old tales out of our head. Like, no one watches CNN. No one watches fucking Oprah. She doesn't exist. No one watches no one watches 2020. No one watches Nightline, motherfucker. No one. So it's hard to remember that. We're used to that. 60 Minutes used to be what you would try to get on.
Right.
If you wanted to get your book out, you had to get on Good Morning America. You had to get on 60 Minutes.
Oprah show.
You had to be on Oprah. You had to be in her book club.
Yeah.
Now you've got it to Rogan. You do Rogan, you good.
NPR.
NPR is whatever.
Well, they're still top 5 in podcasting overall, I believe.
Like This American Life, maybe.
I think NPR radio itself is up there.
Well, up there with what? Like in the sense of what they say, like podcasting studios?
Like top 10.
But like shows.
Like podcast, whatever you want to call them. You can shows, studios, what have you.
NPR is not a podcast.
Yes, it is.
No.
I'm sorry.
NPR
is a brand.
Yes.
Yes.
Now they have podcasts like and radio shows, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe collectively, if you just like hit NPR, maybe you get This American Life and you get all their other shit. But like NPR is not a podcast. Fuck that. They don't get to be in the top 10 as NPR. That's whack.
Oh no, you don't like it like that? Damn.
No.
All right.
You don't get your network in the top 10.
Dang.
Like, where does Rogan rank in like the podcasting world?
Let's see. Top podcast ever. Or just top podcast.
Or just top podcasts. The top 5 podcasts in the world
Top
are
100 podcasts. Let's see.
top 5.
The Dropout, ABC News.
Don't even know about it.
Root of Evil. The Hodel. He's number 3.
Never heard of it. What's number 3?
Joe Rogan Experience. To Live and Die.
Joe Rogan Experience. What's number 2?
Is The Root of Evil, the true story of the Hodel family and the Black Dahlia. That's the whole name of That's the name of a podcast. It's not even an episode. That's just the name.
And number 1?
The Root of Evil. Dude, it's so long. It's like it might as well just be a book.
Wait, you're saying Root of Evil over and over again. What is the number 1 podcast in the world?
Oh, you said no. You said what's the name of it? The Dropout.
The Dropouts? I thought that was number 5.
No, Dropout's number 1 by ABC News. And then number 2 is
You're killing me.
Root of Evil, the true story of the Hodel family.
You son of a bitch.
I
asked you for the top 5 podcasts. You went number 1, then number 2, then number 3.
Yeah, I went down the list because that's where it started from.
No one, look, one program director has ever been like, all right, guys, we're going to share with you the top 10 ideas about anything, starting with number 1.
Number 1. A lot of people do. They go down to 10. He said, I don't know.
I'm going to kill you so many times. I'm going to kill you over and over again with hammers and sticks and knives.
I do know that there's a lot of shows about murder, so that you can always watch too.
Okay.
So yeah, like they got.
Logan got that clout.
Yeah.
Right.
The Monster Squad, the Zodiac Killer.
So it is reasonable to think, we got off topic. It's reasonable to think that Kamaru wasn't truly aware before he was about to go on the podcast and did a little research. Like, oh shit, like a lot of fucking people pay attention to this.
Yeah.
Fuck. Not just like, oh yeah, Joe's got a podcast. Cool. Yeah, he smokes weed. He's a comedian. He does commentary. Yeah, I get it. He used to be on Phil Factor. Yeah, I know about Rogan. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
People think it's like that. And then they're like, oh shit, I'm about to talk to what, 10 million people?
Yeah.
100 million people? Who knows? Fuck. It's hectic.
I get that, but I'm just saying it's just the way it was built up because it's like I go from there, then I talk about like how I have this responsibility to be social media, like the social media person because I'm like this Nigerian like UFC fighter now. It's a big deal, and then like tying in all this stuff and then crescendoing with his dad's story. I'm like this felt like it was kind of contrived and kind of created like you had somebody plan this out with you to make like have it flow this way.
I don't know.
It just seemed a little. It seemed a little too like. Too like I don't know, seemed a little too.
You think it's more produced now?
No, not his. Not the whole podcast. Just him. Like that segment was produced. It felt like it was. Like I'm just saying. Like
he just coached well.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was just. It was just like
you need to lay out your story. You can't let Rogan steer this boat. You got to steer the fucking boat of your story. This is how we're letting people know about you. This is how. So like when Connor was on Ariel Helwani's show.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he made his fan base. If you ask me, that's where he made his fan base. He would go on there, he would talk a bunch of shit, and that gave clip after clip after clip for people to play. And then he would go and do press conferences, and the press conferences and Ariel's show are how he built his empire. Right. And knocking people out and shit.
Yeah.
So now people think, okay, when I go on Rogan, I am building my brand on this because there's 3 hours of talking. That's an infinite amount of fucking clips of me either saying cool shit or dumb shit that are going to be used for me and against me by my enemies and my fucking team of publicists and fucking media people, right?
Yeah.
So it's not unreasonable to be like, okay, what are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, so the fight was like this. Cool, yeah. So where'd you grow up? And then once he's like, so tell me about you. As soon as he does that, you don't take your foot off the fucking gas. You don't let the other person start telling you what to talk about. You talk about what you want to talk about, and you allow them to ask you more in-depth questions about what you want to talk about.
Right. No, I get that.
And there's nothing wrong with doing that. Like,
I get it,
I think that's the right thing to do. It means he was fucking media trained.
No.
Don't you have any home training, Anthony?
It's good. I appreciate all of that, but in terms of the entertainment and content, I didn't enjoy it. It's like there's certain points in times where you're like, if you can see through the veil, then the show's not really that exciting for you after a bit. And it's like one of those times where like I could peek through the curtains and I saw it and I'm like, this doesn't feel fun. Like I wanted to enjoy you. Yeah, exactly.
Pay no attention to the voice or the man
behind
the sheet.
Yeah. Is he about to do a reveal?
Pay no attention.
Oh! But yeah, it's like watching a podcast and then like you see where these bits came from, so you're not necessarily surprised when you go watch one of your favorite comedians. Like it makes me sad.
I understand.
Yeah.
Oh man, I saw that shit coming. I already know this bit. He was working this out on a podcast.
Yeah. Like that's
okay.
Like that's the thing that sucks is like when you see the bits appear in the show, and if that's like a show that you're really into, then you'll figure it out pretty quickly. Like this is how the structure is gonna go, which is good and it's bad.
So you wanted Kamaru to be more authentic, to just let it flow.
Yeah. Like
he didn't smoke on the podcast. They mentioned that he was like, should we smoke? Huh?
Yeah,
that was like, no.
Like that. Like, see, it's just I don't know. Just like all that felt so weird to me. It's like, oh, I felt like it's like you were like you don't do it, and you know it does bad things to you, and then yet you felt like you should ask, and I was like, yeah, this seems like this was planned because everything else sounds too practiced for you just to have that one just glaring flaw.
Media training. God damn it, Anthony.
Glaring flaw. What's that beverage? What's that beverage?
What beverage?
I heard glass clink. It's like clink. That was a beverage.
Oh, I don't have a beverage. Oh. No, what you heard, this is so random. I was playing around with this ID badge from that UFC.
Yeah.
Toronto. Mm-hmm. And then I threw it on my little table into this Campbell's soup mug.
Campbell's?
This Campbell's soup mug is fire, actually.
Yeah, probably worth something. Probably original. 25 cents. That's what it's worth.
I paid for it. That's what I paid for it. If you want it, holler at me. Look, what's this?
That's Gucci.
It really is.
It's that
real. It's like I got that Coach purse at a yard sale.
Yeah.
This is that real Gucci. It's got the fucking serial numbers.
Well, don't show the serial.
We're not here.
Yeah.
I'll show whatever the fuck I want.
All right. Well, if you're gonna show it, you should move it to like the right of the screen. You weren't showing anything.
There's also this. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful?
That's pretty cool. Like
it's very heavy.
I believe it looks like it's made to hold things.
It also has a thing that it could be hung from, so it doubles as a mirror, and a thing to do cocaine off of. But I don't recommend that people do cocaine.
There you go.
But if you were going to do it, if you were going to do cocaine, do it off of this.
There you go.
Which I have, by the way. I've not done any cocaine off of this.
That too.
I'm thinking I should sell these items. Like, I don't need a Gucci clutch.
Make some cash. Get some traveling.
Do you?
Money.
I don't.
I don't need. I don't need
a Gucci clutch.
No, it's not.
And I'm not gonna reveal what I paid for the Gucci clutch.
It'll shock you.
It would, dude. It shocked me. I had to call one of my friends. Taylor. You met Taylor when we did the podcast with him. So Taylor is an expert in this kind of shit. And I was like, is this real? He was like, yeah, bro, that's fucking real. Like, that's real. You have a Gucci bag. Now, what are you going to do with it? And I was like, I don't know. I think I should fucking put it on the market. Because I don't need it. You know? I don't need it. But I saw it at a yard sale for a tiny amount of money. Snatched it.
He said, I got that. Cheap.
Yeah. That cheap, bro. That's the only way I would ever buy designer stuff. Like I'm not into designer stuff to the point where I would pay anywhere close to full price.
I guess.
But if we're talking anywhere under 10% of the price of what it would cost a regular person, if it's something that I think is cool, I would buy it.
Right. Like you would do a collaboration.
Yeah.
You would do a collaboration, but you wouldn't outright pay for it unless like it would have to be a collaboration or some way it makes sense. Or it's
I'm not trying to do that. I want custom things. I want Love and Chokes things. I want Keebler on them. I want things that have my initials on them. I don't want things that have some other motherfucker's shit on them.
I want
Like
KB.
Gucci. Fuck Gucci, bro.
GG. What they
Fuck
do for me?
Who am I impressing with this Gucci bullshit anyway?
It's like people that you don't want in your life.
People who I don't give a fuck about. Like, fuck you. Now, if it comes to a point where I have so much money that it's just another thing that I think is cool.
Yeah.
Right? But at this point, the percentage of what it would cost me to like what it is and what it does for me is so small.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's so large about in terms of the money. It's disproportionate to like how much I like it.
Doesn't change your life in any way, shape, or form.
But if that were to shift, right, then maybe my opinion on that would shift as well. Like, I'm aware of that. Like we're shaped by our circumstances to some degree, especially when it comes to things like money and material possessions.
Yes. So, would you like?
Yes.
There you go. All right. So here is a one that I thought was interesting. It's more of a medical anomaly, so no grime, no dirt, no disgustingness, but it's still disgusting. So, woman with 2 wombs gives birth twice, nearly a month apart.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, does that mean that she was knocked up by 2 separate inseminations? Like, was she inseminated on 2 occasions?
It's a possibility, or it's a possibility that like maybe like they went.
Are they the same mother?
Huh? Yeah, same person. Well, they don't specify in the article, but I assume it. I assume that it is because nobody's gonna.
I would assume that.
I mean, because nobody. Like it'd be like a very it's like something that it has to fit in, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's like almost like movie made for that scenario. It's like
it's
I have
enough. Now if look,
it's like movie made. It's like too much. It's like
it's very possible that there are 2 different fathers.
It's like it's a possibility. It's not very possible. It's a possibility.
Why not? Does it say that she's married?
Let's see. No, this sounds like it was like a forced marriage. Arifa Sulatana. Yeah, it sounds like this was a forced marriage. Yeah, Bangladesh woman. Let's go.
Okay, so she had 2 wombs, and she was pregnant. Now, was she pregnant for 9 months total, or was she pregnant for a total of 10 months?
Go back to the other article. So she does have a husband. She does have a husband. I was confirming that.
Okay.
So let's see.
So allegedly the same dad.
I mean, I would.
I'll even know it's likely.
It's possible. It's most likely it's the same dad. It's possible that they cheated though. Somebody cheated on somebody. But. I don't know. There's no they didn't say oh, she's pregnant for 10 months, but I would imagine that would be considered 10 months pregnant since you technically.
But she could have had a premature baby. There's so many factors. They're not telling us everything. But here's what's interesting. You can have 2 wombs and develop 2 separate babies that are not twins at the same time, and then give birth to 1 baby, maintain another baby for another month, and then release the other baby. I wonder if she ever thought to herself, I wonder if the second one's a food baby. Or maybe she never saw that movie.
No, she never saw
that. That is a strange story. I think that satisfies the weird in the weird news.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because but they're all fine. Nobody was what's crazy is that nobody was what's it called? There's no late pregnancies or whatever it was, or any issues. No. Oh,
the weirdest part was that there were 2 babies in 2 wombs in 1 woman.
Oh, let's see. For some reason, okay. So basically, what they're saying is that they had to perform a C-section to get the other kid out, but other than that was fine.
That's okay. I was a C-section. Raise your hand if you were a C-section out there. Raise your hand right now.
Let's see. Are there any?
You can hear my voice and you're C-section. Raise your hand right now.
Oh, we got a lot. Oh.
What do we got a lot?
We got a lot of messages. Whoa. All right. So first one we got hi Coach Darren from Knox.
Oh, Knox the man. Miss you.
Matthew Levi is asking, was telling you that I was in pain today, and that you do your lifts. Did you do your lifts today and yesterday?
I did not do my lifts today for the program because I was at the PI doing shit with Jess, and I figured I would go back and go to Extreme Couture and lift later.
And then Edgardo Acevedo. Do you know who that is? Acevedo. We should do Eduardo Acevedo. We should do a psychedelic war Second Amendment podcast. Love you, brother.
Love you too. Okay, so remember I told you the story about being in the hood with the Puerto Ricans doing mushrooms?
Yeah.
That's my man Eddie.
Gotcha.
Let it be known. Good. Yeah, he gave me that fucking giant dose of mushrooms. It was like 4.5 grams. It's great.
Nice.
I can take that. Fucking strong. Anthony.
Darren.
It's been a lovely fucking podcast.
It has been. We have done it again.
At the fact that the academy is going well.
Yes.
I get messages from the boys. I don't know if everybody talks about how the fact that they talk to me, but like randomly they talk to me. Sometimes I think they're drunk, but I'm not gonna name any names.
I believe that. I believe that easily. I'm
not gonna throw anybody under the bus.
I know why. I believe that because I've done it before. I just said dumb shit to you. Like I've said, yeah, man, got a story for you the next day. It's usually how it starts.
So, I just want to remind everybody that I will be in Cleveland the final weekend of April.
Weekend.
I plan on being on the mat in Cleveland. If people want private lessons, if you're not from my school and you want to be like, oh, I wonder if he's available to do seminars or group privates or whatever, DM me, hit me up. I am available. I'm trying to meet people and make some cash.
Yeah.
And if we can make everybody happy in that interaction, I think that's the best thing. So let me know. Besides that, what am I thinking about right now? I'm thinking about short shorts that say Love and Chokes on them. I'm thinking about tank tops. I'm thinking about shit like that. I'm thinking about hoodies with no sleeves like The Rock. I'm thinking about all kinds of things. So just let me know how you feel about those kinds of topics. If you give a fuck about fashion. And know that you are loved. And I will talk to you all soon. Anthony, I will reach out to you tomorrow.
Okay.
And I guess that's it. So goodbye, Internet. XOXO.